In Delaware County, a registered sex offender has pled guilty to another crime. In July, 29-year-old Tyler Long was found to have 6 unregistered email accounts in violation of the sex offender registry. Per that registry, an offender is required to notify police of any new internet account within 10 days. Long pled guilty to failure to register an internet account. He's set to be sentenced to between 1 and 3 years in state prison in March.